sometimes hold-ups can come even from the areas you never expected. So we will be going on direct to the topic on dementia as we have already planned to do. As an introduction, dementia is the syndrome in which people have memory problems as well as problems with other things that the brain controls, such as language or paying attention. Dementia is the term given to describe people who have a condition such as Alzheimer's. You know, I'm not a medical doctor. Alzheimer's disease that is causing progressive damage to brain cells. This damage leads to a range of symptoms, including memory loss and difficulties in thinking, orientation, comprehension, calculation, learning capacity, language, and judgment. There are over 100 forms of dementia. These problems should be acquired and progressive. They should also be severe enough that they interfere with a person's inability to hold a job or function the way they used to. The syndrome of dementia has many causes, but the most common cause is Alzheimer's disease. So today in our studio is an expert in this topic who will throw more light on it. Our guest is Miss Dorothy Ameyaw. She is a social activist and the director of Voice of Sub-Saharan African Women, known as VOSAW. Miss Dorothy has been a social activist from a young age. She began working for women's rights through Ghana International Business and Professional Women, which promotes professional and entrepreneurial women. Now based in the Netherlands, she heads the foundation Voice of Sub-Saharan African Women. Beside her work in VOSAW, she is involved with activities for diaspora citizens and organizations aiming to contribute to the development of their homelands. So, Miss Dorothy, we joyfully welcome you to our popular and dynamic radio Voice of Naija show. Welcome and say hello to Voice of Naija listeners.
Hello.
And I expect that you apologize for your lateness.
Hello, I'm sorry I came in late due to hold-ups. I hope listeners are still with us and they will listen to what we have for them.
Well, we go straight to the point, and we believe that if the Lord gives us grace, maybe we would have a fuller time whereby there will be no hold-up anymore than to do justice to this topic. So would you please tell our listeners what prompted you to get into this study?
Well, I got into this study in my way in the health care.
Mm-hmm.
I came to the Netherlands as a fashionist. Yes, I was a beautician when I came to the Netherlands.
Okay.
But due in course, I started having children, and to help me combine my work with my children, I have to fish around for a different for another profession.
Yeah, okay.
And that is where I ended up in the health sector.
Wow.
So I did all my training until nursing in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And specialized in elderly health, which is pediatric health care in the Netherlands. Pediatric
health care.
Health.
That is
Elderly
care.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sicknesses surrounding
The elderly people.
elderly.
So that's your area.
Yes, that's my area.
So, what made you to study that? Is it because you couldn't continue as a beautician anymore, or what?
Well, as a beautician, I had my own shop, which was, according to the journalists who came at the opening, It was the first African beauty home in the Netherlands.
Wow.
But as I said earlier on,
Yeah.
due to with my children and I didn't want to stay home idle, so I needed to combine my work with my children. So
Wow.
that's why I shifted to healthcare.
Wow.
And with healthcare, I had wanted to do with children.
Okay.
But then somewhere along the line, I did internship with the elderly, and it touched me.
Wow.
So that was why I ended up in the elderly care.
Now, then we can see that you are really a professional in this area. So, what causes dementia?
The causes of dementia is several.
Yeah.
We have hundreds of causes of dementia.
Yeah.
The most causes and the common
Yeah.
cause of dementia is Alzheimer's disease, which mostly affects elderly.
Yeah.
Although Alzheimer's, let me explain a little bit what Alzheimer's means.
Yeah.
This is the most common cause of dementia and accounts for 50 to 60% of all cases of dementia.
Yeah.
It destroys brain cells and nerves, disrupting the transmitters which carry messages in the brain, particularly those responsible for storing memories.
Yes.
That's Alzheimer's disease. And Alzheimer's, the other causes are vascular dementia. We have dementia with Lewy body. We have, I'm just going through, I think later time, maybe we will have time to explain all of this.
Yeah.
Although there are a lot of them, I would like today talk on Alzheimer's disease.
Yes, Alzheimer's.
Which we don't normally talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I start mentioning the symptoms right now, we will see that it is mostly common with us.
With what do you mean by with us?
Even in Africa,
yeah,
because in Africa, for instance, when you mention Alzheimer's or dementia,
yeah,
people refer to as white man's disease,
okay,
which is not true.
Yeah, okay, tell us.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us
Okay.
the symptoms.
The symptoms of Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
we have
Yes.
people, you forget things.
Forgetfulness.
Well, forgetfulness, we have forgetfulness. Not only, it's not only with
Old
growing age,
Yeah.
growing old.
Yeah.
But this normal forgetfulness, you forget, but along the line you remember whatever you've forgotten and go over it. But this forgetfulness, you forget and it is blocked.
Oh.
Yes. For instance, someone can forget of eating right now.
Yeah.
I stayed with my grandmother.
Yeah.
And you give her food.
Yeah.
Not in about 10-15 minutes after she's eating, someone else comes from outside and I won't have how are you? Oh, I'm doing well, but you know what? Today I haven't eaten. The people I'm living with don't give me food.
Oh.
She has forgotten that she has eaten.
Is it because of the old age then?
It's not normal old age. This is the symptom of the Alzheimer's. This is what we call Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Yes. And there are also cases.
Because many old people in Africa do act this way.
Yes, that is, and mostly some of them can be how they argue, and such people you don't have to argue with them. And we don't understand that. We think it's the old age,
Yeah.
and we think it's normal, but it's sickness. They are sick. And mostly we label them as witches and
Yeah.
wizards.
Okay. So it was just sickness.
It is sickness.
Because for me, I used to think that every old man and old woman must have that forgetfulness. But my father is about 85 now, I believe. But immediately you call, immediately you bring, we call my father in Africa.
Yes.
He will just pick up his phone, and then he will begin to talk with you normal. He acts even he acts sharper than those who are 40 years old. I begin to wonder, maybe it's just because of the fear of God in him. But many older men in Africa try to act in this manner you are talking about now.
Yes.
So it's not normal, it's then a sickness.
It's a sickness. It's a sickness. And not all of them forget.
Yeah.
For instance, my father was 90-year-old.
Yes.
90-year-old man. And everybody around him thinks, yeah, he was okay. In the morning, he was sick. I went there, and early in the morning, well, my sisters were thinking it's better they dress him before I come in.
Yeah.
And this man was crying, weeping, that he is hungry, he want to eat.
Yes.
So I just told them, please, just leave the food. Leave whatever you are doing.
Yes,
you want to
give him
clean
food,
him.
yes.
Give him food. No. I said no. I said, Papa, what do you want? He said tea. They gave me the tea. This man just took 2 spoons of tea.
Yeah.
And he started laughing and chatting again.
Okay.
Like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
When you ask him, why were you crying? He doesn't know again that he cried.
Oh.
But after that, whatever you discuss with him, for instance, you ask him what he did 50 years ago, he can tell you everything, every part of it.
Yeah.
But what happened hours ago, does it do? Normally, people forget what they can remember from 4 or 5 years. Some things you can, when you are 5, 6 years. There are some things you remember till whatever age.
Yes.
He can tell you those things until the year this disease started. Then he forgets. He doesn't know anymore what happens.
Okay.
So they normally stop there when that is where the disease started. And so it makes their diagnosis very difficult. So normally the diagnosis depends on people around him, family members.
Yes.
Doctors has to sit with family members
Okay.
and discuss with them how, just to know more about the person before they can diagnose.
So you gave us one symptom as forgetfulness. So what other symptom?
There are other symptoms like you don't trust anybody anymore.
Oh.
Yes, you put your own money under your your pillow.
Yeah.
And then you keep on looking for it over
Over
and over again.
Yeah.
You start calling the people you are living with that they are thieves,
Yeah.
they are stealing from you. Meanwhile, you have hidden it somewhere you don't know anymore. So you don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
That is trust. And there are some people also, for instance, you can have children and grandchildren, but there will be one particular person. Apart from that person, he doesn't want anybody to attend to him.
Yeah.
If that person is not home, he won't eat, he won't do anything. It's only that person who has to attend to him. So he doesn't trust anybody.
But this thing, is it peculiar just because of their age?
That is why I said
yeah.
it is sickness.
No, but have you seen people who have grown old who do not behave like this? Because maybe, let's assume that they are 85, like now I'm saying that my father is not acting this way. We never can know. Maybe if the person reaches 90 years now, he will begin to act this way.
Between ages 60 and 65, 1 out of 10 people between ages 60 and 65 have this sickness. And if there's no cure, in 20 years, this sickness will double up. And from 85 years, 1 out of 6 people are having this sickness.
So in the Netherlands, are there people who have this sickness?
A lot.
Both migrants and indigenous?
Yes. Because I'm working in a home where and where I'm working is only these people I'm working with, and there are also migrants and white people. The youngest in my department,
yeah, listen,
is 41 years. 41 years. The disease started 35 years. And how it started, this form of dementia is not Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's another type of dementia.
Yes.
This started when the man doesn't trust the wife anymore.
Yes.
He was so jealous. This man would drive the woman to work, and then later on he pick up the phone. Why didn't you come home yesterday night? Where are you? And the woman was just thinking that the man was just jealous,
Yeah.
not knowing he was sick. So it was after 4 years.
Yes.
One day they were going to pick up the children at school.
Yes.
The children came to the car and they said, where are you from? And then the woman said, no, there must be something wrong with my husband.
Exactly.
Because it can't go this far.
Yeah.
So it was after 3-5 years before she complained to the doctor. They make the assessment and it came out that the man is sick. The man was having dementia.
Well, our listeners out there, we invite you to give us a call on 020-737-1619. Miss Dorothy is here, who is an expert in this field. You can call us and ask any of your questions on dementia or Alzheimer. Well, we also got a message from the Starsdale who asked us who saw our newsletter about you, Miss Dorothy, and they wanted that we also help them to announce that they have started treatment on this sort of sicknesses. So the Starsdale has also started a place like the Odense home. They said they have a temporary location in the Butte House, Hollendrecht, and Hollendrecht Plain, 29 to 30. That's the address. On every Monday from 14 to 16 hours, and on Thursday from 10 to 12. Anyone that have this symptom, please, you can go there. And in case you are not living here in Amsterdam South, and you want to contact Miss Dorothy, I think you are handling this issue. Do you handle it? Do you handle this sort of people?
Yes, I handle this sort of people, but
tell us then how they can contact you.
if you need information, my telephone number 0610602176.
Well,
I repeat, 0610602176.
You know, because of time, maybe you are out there, you did not hear very well, and you really want to discuss with Dorothy, our own. Give us a call. You can send all your emails to radiovoiceofnaija@live.com. I repeat, voiceofnaija@live.com. Forward all your emails and we will ship them to Dorothy. Otherwise, you call that number she gave to you, and also, in case you forgot that number, you can make contact with the Radio Voice of Naija and we can give you all the data of Miss Dorothy. Or you can go to our website, www.radiovoiceofnaija.org, and then you will see the information about Dorothy and a clip of her list. And then click there, then it will open up, I believe, the website of her, and then you can contact her. Because I think this sickness, because as we were discussing with somebody in this Starsdale that called because they saw your newsletter, I've not met her yet, but they saw your newsletter and they were so excited and they are listening right now.
Yeah.
So They say that many people are offended. They are ashamed to talk about it. Is it true?
It's true.
Well, because of time, we'll be signing off.
Yes.
And I believe that we are going to have you again here to talk on this very interesting topic. So, the migrant community, are they also shy about it?
Yes.
They are shy
They are shy about it.
to talk about it?
Yeah, they are shy about it. To talk about it. They don't talk about it at all.
Is there any reason for that?
Well, that is the stigma about it, because people are ashamed to talk about their sicknesses, and this is one part of it. One of those sicknesses people don't talk about it.
Before you sign up now, what is your last word to our listeners out there? What do you want to say for 1 minute?
Yeah, for 1 minute, I will ask you how to control this disease. How to control it? You have to control your cholesterol level. You have to control your high blood pressure. You have to exercise a lot. You have to keep your mentally active. Keep mental active, and drinking alcohol in modest amount. I'm not saying much, but just average.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Dorothy, and we hope to be with you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wordt nu aangeboden het nieuws. Het ochtendbulletin van